Today we are pulling 9 Gs in the Gripen fighter jet. My name is Max Villman. I'm a former fighter pilot on the Gripen fighter, and as always, let's go. So we're reacting to a video published by SAAB. SAAB is the manufacturer of the Gripen fighter jet. This is a video of their display pilot Andrea Brännström, who is a former Swedish Air Force fighter pilot. I met Andrea several times. He's a great guy, great fighter pilot, great exhibition pilot, and great test pilot as well. So Andrea Brännström performing an exhibition over Linköping SAAB airfield in the south of Sweden. And you will see 9 Gs, you will see negative 3 Gs. There's a lot of jet noise, the sound of freedom. So let's jump straight into the video. And what is quite interesting about this video is that we also get to see the cockpit view, as you normally do, but you also see the outside view, what is happening going on with smoke, and the G measurements as well, all the way from 9 positive G to minus 3 Gs, 3 negative Gs. So you see the quite short takeoff there from the Gripen. A roll directly after gear is in. Full afterburner, of course. Aiming to get a little bit of speed and then pulling straight up here. 3 Gs, 2 Gs. And you see this Gripen doesn't have any outside cargo or anything. No weapons, no fuel tanks, so it's quite light, quite low drag, and it's a very, very nimble fighter jet at that, so obviously able to do maneuvers. And I'll pause it here just for a second. The airfield is up here. You have the SAAB facilities here and the airport as well, because SAAB Linköping Airport is a civilian airport and also the home of SAAB. So it's quite a busy airport at times. And then you have Linköping city over here. So they will hear a lot of sound of freedom during this sortie. He's looking in to aim so that he gets his display in front of where he wants to do it. And this time it's the just at this side of the runway. And here you can also see basically all Swedish Air Force fields have these kinds of readiness places where you place the fighters that are in high readiness. You see that at military airfields, you can see that at civilian airfields that the military gets to use once in a while, and also at airfields in the middle of the forest. -1 just to keep his altitude. Once again. And then straight into 9 Gs. So going from -1 to +9 is not very, very pleasant for your head, because negative Gs, you push all the blood into the head, and when you pull positive Gs, all the blood wants to leave your head, make you unconscious, and go into your extremities like your hands or your legs. And when you do from negative to positive, you actually reduce the body's ability to handle the G-forces, so it's not very nice at all. Not very good for your body. Once again, a sort of top roll here. That becomes a split S maneuver, almost. Now, and there you heard the pull up, which is the ground collision warning system in the Gripen, because he's being so close to the ground, it warns him at several times during this sortie. You will hear it several times. So he's aiming to the middle of the field here. Maximum almost, no, 7 Gs here. We'll make sure he continuously to gain speed. A roll. And you see he looked in to the turn to see that he is at the right markings, because it's not just about going around flying. He needs to be precise where he does his maneuvers, which altitudes, which speeds, etc. at all times, so he doesn't show someone else the exhibition. It's supposed to be for the audience at the field, but also so he doesn't crash into the ground and die. Gaining speed here for a high speed pass. Probably max 0.9 here. Some quick rolls to make you dizzy, and then straight up 9 Gs. You can see him how much it pressures your body here, and then from 9 to minus again, which is not very nice. Looks like he will do some barrel rolls. You see him constantly looking in towards the field to see that he's at the right place before he does the next maneuver. and you hear toot, 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 that at his pulling the maximum, his the stick is at the maximum place backwards, and now he's gonna do a slow speed pass with a high angle of attack, maximum angle of attack. According to Wikipedia, it's 26 degrees for the Gripen. Yeah, he's got a, a warning here, possibly because of fuel. And now he's at maximum angle of attack here, doing a slow speed pass. And what you do there is you pull the stick towards you for the maximum angle of attack, and then you regulate your height, your altitude with the throttle, which is quite interesting. You see he's pulling it maximum back and then regulating with the throttle. You see, yeah, maximum angle of attack here. And the thing is, you don't want to do it at too low of altitude, because when you want to regain the speed, now it doesn't have any outside loading with weapons or anything, so it does very low drag, so he can regain his speed quite easily. But if you do this with a heavy aircraft, it's quite difficult to regain the speed, so you need a little bit of altitude to push the stick forward to regain all that speed. But since he's so light and no weapons or anything or extra fuel, he can regain the speed quite quickly. Pulling straight up here. Almost like a looping. -1 here. That's the ground collision warning again. Regaining speed here. Heading towards the field. Oof. So from high G's positive to -3, this is really disturbing. It really gets very high blood pressure in your head. You can even have small capillaries that get broken in the eyes because of the high pressure. So this is not very good for you at all. Yeah, he's sweating a lot for sure now, and I don't like negative G's at all. Most fighter pilots don't. So with -3, he's basically, instead of pulling the normal way, he's actually pulling like this. Not very pleasant. It's taxing on the body for sure. Change of turn here, coming back towards the field. He's looking into the turn all times to make sure he's at the right spot. And now you see him lining up towards the field again. Possible high-speed pass here. Yes, high-speed pass, possibly Mach 0.9 here. And then 9 Gs. He really makes to make sure he has a really anti-G maneuver here, so he doesn't faint. And you heard a maximum G. He's pulling the stick maximum backwards. Soft stop, change of turn, coming back towards the field here, lining up, also high speed possibly. And going from a turn into straight up into a barrel roll. And I think this barrel roll is to keep down his speed so that he can take out the gear and land here. Yeah, low fuel. And now we see him looking into the turn, making sure he's lined up to land. And he requests permission to land from the tower. And he gets it, of course. You see the gear is out now. And now you'll see the maximum braking of the Gripen, how short it can actually land. Obviously this is an aircraft without any external loading, without much fuel, but still only a couple of 100 meters here. Push it down, and then you see the canard wings come up, creating extra air braking and extra braking pressure. The air brakes are out as well. You see maximum braking is very quick in the Gripen. So an impressive flight from André Brännström, great guy, great fighter pilot, yeah, this is not something you want to try at home, kids, but I will leave it at that. Thank you for staying to the end. Please share this video with someone who you think would like it. Give me a thumbs up and also a subscription to my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to support the channel by buying me a coffee, for example, you can do that on Ko-Fi in the description below. And also, if you want to send me a tip or anything, you can press the 3 dots below the video and send me a super thanks or something like that. But thank you so much for watching until the end, and until next time, fly safe.